Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS. Let's get to the news now, guys. Things are heating up in the NFL offseason, and the buzz around the Atlanta Falcons is reaching a whole new level. There's a lot of speculation swirling about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the Falcons' offense and, frankly, the entire NFC South. The whispers are that the Falcons might be making a serious push to acquire Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Ja'Marr Chase in a deal that's turning heads across league circles. Now, I know what you're thinking, Chase. For the Falcons? Yep, that's the rumor, and it's not just some idle talk. The sources, including some respected insiders like Adam Schefter, are hinting that Atlanta is in serious talks with Cincinnati about a deal that could see Chase donning the Falcons' colors very soon. So what's really going on here? The Bengals, sitting at 6-10 with a rebuild in full swing and a hefty cap space crunch of around $36 million, are reportedly looking to shake things up. They're in a phase where they're prioritizing protecting Joe Burrow and rebuilding the offensive line, especially after Burrow was sacked 45 times last season. Meanwhile, Chase, who's been a game-changer when healthy, has asked for a hefty contract, around $30 million per year. And with the Bengals trying to manage their cap and focus on their rebuild, trading Chase might be the smartest move. It's a classic case of a team looking to tank or reset, while the Falcons, on the other hand, see this as a chance to add a dynamic weapon that can elevate their offense to new heights. Let's talk about Chase's profile. In 2025, he's put up some eye-popping numbers: 15 games, 117 receptions for 316 yards, averaging over 11 yards per catch with 7 touchdowns. His PFF receiving grade sits at an impressive 88.5, ranking him among the top receivers in the league. He's got that rare ability to turn mismatches into explosive plays, which is exactly what the Falcons need, especially after losing Drake London to injury last season. The injury bug hit London in Week 17, and suddenly the Falcons' passing game dropped by about 25% in big play efficiency. Adding Chase could be the boost they need to stretch the field again and open up the offense. His ability to make contested catches at a rate of 58%, with a low drop rate of just 2%, makes him a reliable target for any quarterback, including Desmond Ridder or even a future veteran signing. Now, if you're thinking about the bigger picture, this move could be a game-changer for the Falcons' offense. Chase's speed and playmaking ability would elevate the aerial attack, adding over 200 projected yards to the total, which could boost the Falcons' offensive EPA per pass by around 19%. Just look at how Metcalf's addition to the Seahawks in 2024 lifted their aerial yardage by over 200 yards. This kind of upgrade is exactly what Atlanta needs to take that next step. It's not just about the stats. It's about creating mismatches, forcing defenses to respect the deep threat, and opening up more space for Kyle Pitts and the running game. The impact on the Falcons' overall performance could be significant. Their defense, which struggled a bit last season, especially in the second half where they were allowing about 24 points a game, would benefit from having a more balanced offense that keeps opponents honest and on their heels. If the Falcons can generate more explosive plays and force defenses to focus on multiple threats, they could see a reduction in fatigue and turnovers, leading to more wins. The addition of Chase would also help them generate more turnovers via play-action passes, which in turn could push their scoring average from around 21 points per game to closer to 25. That's the kind of improvement that can propel a team into playoff contention and maybe even a deep postseason run. And what about the NFC South? Well, this trade could shake things up big time. The Falcons, with Chase on board, would be a legit threat to challenge the reigning champs, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and even the Panthers, who are also rebuilding and looking to find their identity. The division has been wide open, and adding a talent like Chase could give Atlanta a decisive edge, especially in those key divisional matchups. From a betting perspective, the Falcons' Super Bowl odds could drop dramatically, from +10-0 to perhaps +4-0 if this deal goes through. A player like Chase, who's been compared to some of the league's elite, becomes a true X factor. His presence could swing close games in Atlanta's favor and give them that extra edge needed to push into the playoffs. Now, let's not forget the bigger picture here. This isn't just about one player. It's about a strategic move to position the Falcons as serious contenders. With a young core led by Desmond Ridder, Kyle Pitts, and now adding a proven difference-maker like Chase, they're building a balanced, explosive team that can match up with anyone. The Falcons have been patient, developing their young talent, and now they're ready to make bold moves that reflect their ambitions. The NFL offseason is always a roller coaster, but for Falcons fans, this potential trade is a sign that the front office is serious about competing at the highest level and making that Super Bowl dream a reality. In terms of the broader implications, this move would also send a message to the rest of the league. Atlanta is not just content with rebuilding, they're aiming for the top. With Chase's ability to generate over 200 yards and significantly increase their big play frequency, they'd be matching or even surpassing the offensive output of some playoff teams from last year. And if they can shore up their defense, perhaps by adding more depth or pass-rushing help, they could become a complete package. Remember, the NFC South isn't just a division, it's a battleground, and Atlanta is positioning itself to be the division's dominant force. Of course, all of this hinges on the deal actually happening. The NFL offseason is full of rumors, and until the ink is dry, we have to take it with a grain of salt. But the signs are pointing toward a real possibility. The Falcons are known for their aggressive approach in recent years, and acquiring Chase would be consistent with their pattern of making strategic moves to elevate the roster. It's a bold step, but one that could pay huge dividends, especially if it helps the Falcons reach the postseason and maybe even make a deep run into the playoffs. Looking ahead, the Falcons' fan base should be excited. This could be the move that finally pushes them over the edge, transforming the team into a true Super Bowl contender. With Chase in the fold, the offensive fireworks would be back, and the division could be in for a wild ride. The NFC South is already one of the most competitive divisions in the league, and adding a player of Chase's caliber to Atlanta's arsenal could tip the scales in their favor. Fans, I know you're eager to see what happens next. Keep your fingers crossed, stay tuned, and get ready for what could be an electrifying offseason for the Atlanta Falcons. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. Do you think Chase would be the perfect addition to take Atlanta over the top? Or do you think they should focus on other positions in free agency or the draft? Either way, this is an exciting time, and I can't wait to see how things unfold. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates on this story and plenty of other Falcons news, so stay tuned and keep that passion alive. We're all in this together, and the future looks brighter than ever for Atlanta football. Let's keep dreaming big, Falcons fans, because the best is yet to come.